Life can throw a mean punch and many surprises. One day you're a parking boy who helps others cross floodwaters on the side, and then years into the future you're leading an entire corporation that provides jobs for thousands of employees and provides protection in the form of insurance for thousands more. Such is the story of Aibee Cantos, Chief Executive Officer of Philam Life, and he's here in the flesh to tell us how he has reached his current stature in life. Thank you, Aibee, for coming to the show.
Thank you as well for inviting me.
Now, your story, I'm sure, is already very well known in the industry. This boy who has grit and determination to overcome whatever challenge comes his way. Now, when we were together in that Philam Life event, you told me in passing that you used to be a parking boy.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, actually, because I was out of school for 2 years, and I have to do something with my time, and I said, might as well help the family. So my choices were which houses I will clean today, which cars will I wash today.
So you cleaned houses for people?
Yes.
And then you washed cars?
Cars, and then, of course, be the errand boy for the entire neighborhood. So that was who I was many years ago.
How did you do it? How did you market your services?
Well, because first, I know the people, and they know that I was not studying at that time. So they were very supportive of me. So again, this is where my appreciation for people helping me really made a difference in where I am today.
But you told me you're shy. How did you do it?
Oh yes, I remember an instance because I was graduating from college already. I was saying to myself, you cannot go out there and still not have the confidence to talk to people. So one day I was along the hallway and I saw a poster there, students to be invited to be an actor. I had no experience whatsoever, but I said I have to do this.
And your shyness was extreme.
Yes, I could not recite in front of a group of people, so I said I have to do this. So I auditioned. Thank God, the director happened to be a classmate of mine when we were in elementary.
Oh, thank God nga.
So I pleaded him, please, all I need is to be in front of people, just to lose my fear. And he gave me one line, and the line was sugod, right? So I memorized that every night. Dear Lord, make sure that I don't forget my line, right?
You were supposed to be
I was the head of the Magsasaka group, and the scene was that there will be a commotion. When I hear the commotion, the light will switch on, and then I'll stand up and say sugod. And then I'll hear 3 shots, pak, pak, pak.
And then
the director said, you're dead. All right? That was my line. So in the actual dress rehearsal, there was noise. I stood up, but even before I was able to say my line, I heard pak, pak, pak. So I'm dead. All right? So one line, I did not even...
You weren't able to deliver it.
Yeah,
but what did it do? Did it do something for you in the end?
Yes, of course. Look at me now. In Tagalog, wala nang hiya.
Makapal ang mukha.
Makapal ang mukha.
Pareho tayong dalawa.
And I have the confidence now to speak before groups of people.
Which is something that you need in your role now as head of Philam Life, because an insurance company, its strength is in its people talaga. It's how you sell the policies, diba? And you invest it.
Well, yes. In fact, my leadership style is really about people first. And I really make a lot of effort, and we put a lot of resources to really make people excited, inspired. And in our business, if you're not motivated, if you're not inspired with so many rejections along the way, you can't make it. So it's so important for us to really build the confidence of people in what they do in this business.
Now, looking back through your life, coming from a place where things were very difficult, money was scarce, and I remember in that article, you woke up at 4 a.m. just to take a bath because you had to sa poso by what is it?
Yeah, because we had no water. So I have to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to fetch water from the public faucet 2 blocks away. So every morning I do that.
Dami mo sigurong muscles.
At that time, I had to be first because otherwise the line will be very long already. And I have a 7:30 class going to Katipunan to attend.
And you lived in Makati?
I live in Palanan, right? So that was what I was doing every morning. But there is this one morning that I remember because I also was bringing my book at the time. So I was waiting for the pail to be filled with water. I was
while reading.
All right. And I realized that life has to be better than this. And I think that's where the resolve again became much stronger and said, I've got to do something because this is not what life is all about. And that gave me the motivation to move on, notwithstanding the many supposedly challenges along the way. But you see, on hindsight, I'm now very thankful. Had I not experienced that kind of difficulties, I will not be appreciative and really careful about how I spend my money and how I take care of myself. So looking back, I now realize that the things that we initially thought were difficult and negative, they're not.
It's such a positive outlook because a lot of the people, I came from the, I was born poor also, just like you. And sometimes it's not the surroundings nor the government that stops a poor person from becoming wealthy, it's himself. Because he's defeated by everything that he sees. He blames other people, that's why, because of the situation. Weren't you angry at all at this stage?
Initially, see, because we started very comfortable in our life, and I saw how it was to be comfortable, and then later on...
That's difficult for a young one.
It was difficult, so I saw the differences. But I suppose my elementary education, I was in Don Bosco, Makati, and really the discipline that they taught me, I felt that helped me along the way. And I said that there's got to be something good in anything that happens. Of course, along the way, you will really confirm that with each of your experiences.
What happened to your family? Why the sudden change in
Well, I guess
finance?
the business really went bad. It was kind of difficult at the time because when I was much younger, we were our house was the place where all of our relatives come in.
Yeah.
You can just imagine, in our own place, we've got our own swing, our own seesaw. In other words, all the works for a playground, and we got at least 2 cars. And then before I graduated in elementary, I saw the cars disappearing. I saw the swings and the seesaws and everything, the slides, not there anymore. So
that's a whole new dynamic when it comes to personal finance. How you adjust from a well-to-do lifestyle to one of scarcity. How did you do it?
Well, first you have to understand and really accept that you are the master of your own destiny. In other words, if you will not accept that you own it, nothing much will happen. But if you own it, that triggers already a number of actions. Because if you own it, you will now have to set your own financial goals, right?
You're not defined by whatever it is that's happening around you because you own it.
Because you own it, you've got your parents, your children, your employer, the government. They can help, but they will not be the reason why you will have to be successful.
It has to be you.
It has to be you. And because that triggers everything. If you own it, then you will have to define the goals, set action plans, take the next step, and then follow through on all the things that you will have to do. And you know what I've experienced in my journey? If you do your best, you know, people will gravitate to you to help you. And where I am today, I'm thankful of all of the people who helped me along the way. And these people are not those who have been supporting you every step of the way. They can be those who will challenge you. But sometimes those who challenge you are the ones that will make you even stronger than who you are.
They make you tougher, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Just like all the teachers that we've had.
Oh,
the teachers who were
Tama ka doon.
difficult teachers are the ones who really
You remember them. Oh, you remember them.
mold you and motivate you. 30 years in Philam life.
Yes.
First job ba?
Yes, first
job to today?
First job.
Wow.
First job, oh.
Congratulations. People will be inspired by that.
Even before I graduated from college, I went into Philam Life because they had the program, summer training program. They get students who are about to graduate to expose these students to what the industry is all about and to what the company represents. So I went there. And during that summer program, I liked the people. I appreciated what life insurance can do. And up to now, I really believe in what it does. See, and statistics tell us for Filipinos who have retired, for every 100 Filipinos who are retired, only 2 actually can live comfortably. The rest, it's either they're dependent on their children, they will ask from charity, and they are forced to work. And the question is, why? Because maybe somebody did not get the chance to talk to them.
Yes.
And that's why in Philam, we're so passionate to talk to people about the importance of financial planning.
And you have new programs, I think,
Yes,
lately.
that's good. In addition to that, kasi we realize also, yes, you have preparation for retirement.
Right.
What if you get sick? So the money that's supposed to be used for old age is now used for health reasons, right? So now we're complementing life insurance with more health products. In fact, we're into this direction now that we want to help people to live longer and healthier and better lives. And how do we do that? Our program is not about knowledge and education only. It's about changing behaviors. Diba? We appreciate what the other groups are doing, which is really making people aware about the value of health.
It's all about information.
Kaya lang, that's not sufficient.
We
diba?
need transformation.
Correct. So, for example, ako, my doctor tells me, don't eat maalat, don't eat mataba, di ba?
Yun ang masarap.
Correct. But when you get invited to an event, wala naman yung cardio mo doon, so you eat, correct?
Correct.
So you know, but you don't do.
Yes.
Our program will influence you not only to know, but to do.
How to do that? How do you do that?
Because our we call it Vitality Program. 3 components. The first component is you know your health.
Okay.
So it's a very simple app. That will,
So there's an app here.
that app here,
Analyzes your
you'll
health.
just answer a few health questions,
Okay.
and then it will give you your vitality age, all right, based on your lifestyle. And now you will see a gap.
I don't want to take that
Yeah.
that test
Yes,
here.
okay. There's always a gap because of the lifestyle, right?
Okay.
So the challenge now, how do you bring it down?
Okay.
So you have a set of programs. Now, if you do that,
Does the app also give you the
yes,
program?
yes,
So you
correct.
know what to do?
Yes. Then after that, if you do the steps, the checkup, you gain points, right? Then because of the behavior that you're doing, you will be incentivized.
That's
You will
very
get rewarded, discounts and the like.
Discounts with where?
With our partners, we have a lot of partners in the
okay.
wellness space.
All right.
Also, so encourage our customers as well to go into health and wellness. We attach that program in our basic life insurance program, which means we give the policyholder at least 20% increase in their coverage to incentivize them to live a healthy
That's
lifestyle.
very nice. 20%.
Yes.
That's
yes.
no joke.
So, for example, 1 million,
One
so it's 1.2 million is your immediate coverage.
That's nice.
That can even increase to 50% if you follow your regimen to becoming healthy. So that's what I'm saying. We're not only about educating you, but we're influencing you to do the right behavior.
So only Philam customers can have this app?
Well, yes. Well, yes.
Yeah,
because-
kasi you won't be able to get the incentive if you don't buy
correct,
from Philam.
correct.
Very
Right.
ingenious.
Correct.
Very good. Our advocacies are the same. It's financial literacy, teaching people how to handle their money. And from our conversation, I noticed that you are big on that.
Yes.
The reason why you are where you are now is you were able to
Yes.
take care of your own finances, take
Correct.
care of yourself, and now you're in the business of taking care of other people as well. For those who are taking the track of employment and want to be where you are now, from the bottom perhaps to the top, what will be your financial tips so that they can get there?
In fact, sa mga employees nga, it's a lot easier. Why? For example, in my particular case, you will have your income, right? We have a facility that before I get my income, I can already invest it automatically to whatever investment that I want to have, diba? So that's very basic.
Parang you don't even have to think about it because you're
Hindi na
salaried
kasi,
person.
after a while, you get used to it. And if you get promoted, meron ka konting increase, then you add on to it as well. But to me, we always hear, live within your means.
Yes.
Live with your. Unfortunately, people do not.
Oh, yun nga,
understand.
information and transformation, so difficult to bridge the two.
My career progressed, my income increased, but the
Spending
growth of my
level.
lifestyle never approximates the. So the gap is what I put in.
Yun nga, sir, the
Oo.
people who knew how to be hungry
Yeah.
are often the ones who are able to keep their spending levels constant.
Kasi mahirap talaga maging mahirap. Now, if you experience that,
Yes.
you will really do your very best not to be in that same level again. You try to strive. And this is also our advocacy, no? In other words, make people realize that it's so important for them to plan for their future, whether it's financial future or health-wise, napakahalaga.
Very quick question. Investment advice.
Yes.
Aside from setting aside a regular amount because you're a salaried individual, it's easy for you. Where to put your money?
Una-una first, I always go back and say, it is your personal responsibility to take care of your finances, right? But even before you talk about investment, make sure that you have the basics and the
The
fundamentals.
plan first.
Emergency funding, nakakalimutan ng tao yan eh. Akala
agree.
nila, wow, investment, nandun na ako.
Exciting.
Precisely, hindi, mali eh. First, emergency. Then, the insurance, especially if you have the dependent, saka ka pa lang pupunta sa investment. And again, investments, depende nga kung are you risk-averse or you're okay with risk. Ako risk-averse ako.
So when you're risk-averse, where do you put your money?
Balance normally.
Balance.
Sa bonds and sa equity. Of course, sigurado ko na meron na akong emergency funding dito. We have to start from the basic. Yun muna, accumulate something, and that's the time that you invest.
So people can grow rich as an employee, setting aside a regular amount and putting it in a balance.
Yes, and ultimately, if you have enough funds, then maybe look for opportunities out there to be a small entrepreneur. Pwede naman yon. If not with yourself, with your family, with some of your friends, pwede naman yon. Make your money work for you.
Now this hunger, some people are defeated by it, but some people get more successful because of it. And we're so happy that you're here because you showed us how to do it. And because of that, we have a little gift for you.
Wow.
So you won't be hungry ever. A very small surprise to show our gratitude for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We just have to pause